In today's video, I really wanted to take a deep dive into Aritzia's extended size collection to see if there's really anything in there for the plus size gal. And so that is why I decided to spend a little bit under $2,000 on Aritzia extended sizes. And in today's video, I'm going to be reporting on what I found. Did I like it? Is it worth it? Do I recommend it? So stay tuned. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Oralia and I am a personal stylist. My passion in life is to help plus size women look and feel their absolute best. I believe that everyone deserves to look and feel beautiful regardless of size or age. And part of my job as a personal stylist is to understand what brands offer really good selections for plus size women. Here on my channel, I do the shopping for you so that you don't have to. I talked about Aritzia in my best brands for plus size women for 2024 video, and I really wanted to take the opportunity to do a deep dive and show you some of the things that I picked up. So I have a variety of things. I really wanted to try Aritzia out for their coats. Stay tuned to the end because that is where I'm going to be talking about the coats that I brought in for this haul. A few things to note before we dive in. You can find all of these pieces in my Like to Know It shop. I will have that link down below. Also, anything that I possibly can have linked in the YouTube affiliate links, I will have that linked as well. The YouTube affiliate links, I think it's on this side, maybe it's on this side. It's down at the bottom. You'll see view products. You want to click on that and that will take you directly to the list of products that I am able to link through YouTube. Let's go ahead and let's dive in. The first thing that I'm showing is something actually that I already have in my closet. I've got two of them because I love this skirt so much. It is the Wilfred Twirl skirt and I have been eyeing up this pink skirt for at least 2 years and I have not pulled the trigger on it. In a recent Amazon haul, I got a pink pleated skirt and I really liked the way that looked, and you guys really loved the way that looked on me. So I was all like, okay, that's a surefire sign that I've got to get this one from Aritzia. What I love about the Twirl skirts is that they are a pleated skirt, but they are different in that the pleating goes down almost to the bottom of the skirt, but then towards the bottom, about maybe the last 6 to 8 inches up from the hem, it's not pleated. The other thing that I really love about the Wilfred Twirl skirts is that the chiffon fabric is so beautiful. It floats and I just love to twirl in these skirts, which is probably why they call it what they call it. It is such a beautiful feminine skirt that is very comfortable to wear because it does have an elasticated waistband, and I just feel so beautiful in these skirts. The one thing to note about this skirt, it is on sale, and it is on sale for a fantastic price. They only have limited sizing and it is a final sale. I don't think that you're going to want to return it. It is such a beautiful skirt. However, I will say even at full price, this skirt is absolutely worth it. Now this skirt, I got it in the 2XL. I mentioned I got it in talc pink. It does come in 5 colors. I got it for $59.99. It is normally $150 at regular price. Now, what I will say about the twirl skirts is if you are petite, they do run long, so you will have to kind of fold them in, and that's okay. The one thing I will say though is that you want to fold the elastic in, not out, because you've got the tag that is sewn into the elastic band, and so if you fold it out, you're going to be able to see that tag. The fabric is so light that when you fold it in, it just kind of looks like that's the natural waistband. Highly recommend this skirt because it will look good for work. It will look good if you have to dress it up. It will look good, you know, for church. I mean, it's such a beautiful skirt that I always recommend this one. I paired this particular skirt with the Babaton sculpt knit long sleeve polo, and this is a cropped polo. I knew that it could be problematic because it is cropped, but I figured I'm going to try it anyway. The twirl skirt is a great pairing for this little knit top. This cropped knit top is probably not for everyone because of the cropped nature of it. However, if you have a short torso, this actually will fit really nicely on your torso because you've got less room between your chest and your belly button. It does have a deep V and I'm okay with that. that. I don't have a problem showing off my chest, but I know that if you are a bit more modest, my recommendation would be to wear a tank top. And that way, since it's cropped and you've got the tank top underneath it, just tuck your tank top into your bottom. And then when you lift your arms and the top raises, then you're not going to be exposing any skin. I picked it up in a 2XL. The sizes are limited on this particular top, but they do restock fairly frequently. The color I got was white. They have 6 total colors available in this particular little top, and it does sell for $88, which, yes, that's a little bit of money for a crop polo, but it is a really well made little top that with the proper care, you're going to have it for a very, very long time. The next dress that I'm showing you here is called the Wilfred Alchemy dress. This particular dress is made of, I think it's a eco-friendly, it's the Eco Vera knit, but I think it's got a blend of a natural fiber because it doesn't have that synthetic-y feel, not even like the crop top that I talked about a moment ago. Now, when I got this dress, I knew it's gonna be bodycon, right? It's gonna cling to the body, but it is very, very comfortable. I think that it's quite the va-va-voom dress. It is a mock turtleneck, and what I like about Aritzia's turtlenecks is that they tend to not be very constricting, so it sits very nicely on my neck. Long sleeves, of course the sleeves are too long, so I have to fold them up. The dress on me hits me at maxi length. I'm 5 feet tall. If you're taller, then it's going to hit you at a long madaxi or midi length, just depending. It does have quite a high slit though, so be aware of that. I think that if you were to pair this dress with some boots and tights, that will look really, really beautiful. You'll definitely increase the modesty if the slit is an issue for you, but I really like it like that. I don't have a problem with showing off my leg in that way because it's kind of peeking out, but kind of not. You could put a blazer on it if you wanted to and wear it to work because that will cover a lot of the clinginess of it, especially if it's a longer fitting blazer, then it will cover up some of that cling that the dress has. Very warm dress, I will say. All of these pieces actually are very warm and cozy. Even though I've got that big old slit, I would be really warm in this dress because the knit is so nice and meant for a colder climate. I love it. I think that it's beautiful. So the details on the dress, I got it in a 2XL. I got it in black, but there are 4 colors total available. I purchased this dress for $46.99. However, it is a final sale dress, so just be aware that if you pick this dress up, it is going to be final sale. You're not going to be able to get a return on it. I love it. I think that it is actually quite beautiful, and I have no regrets on purchasing this dress. I think that, you know, it's a beautiful dress for wearing during the winter because for me, working from home a lot, sweater dresses tend to be my go-to because they're really easy to wear. And so I would easily wear this dress here at home while I work, and I still look and feel pulled together in the dress. I am styling this particular dress, by the way, with silver jewelry. This is stuff that I got from Banana Republic Factory that I will have featured in a video coming up. So make sure that you're subscribed if you like Banana Republic Factory, because that will be my next haul. This particular dress is stunning. I love it, and I recommend it if you don't have a problem with wearing things that are a little bit more clingy to the body. I felt really beautiful in the dress, and definitely am thinking that that's going to be my Valentine's Day dress. So the next dress that I brought in from Aritzia is the Wilfred Market Slit dress. I brought it in like this lilac-y kind of color. They call it morado gray, which means essentially kind of like a grayed down purple. I got it in a 2XL. And at regular price, it is $78. They do have it in 7 colors total. When I pulled this out of the packaging, I was like, this dress seems really simple. And I was like, I could find something like this at Target. However, as I was steaming it, I noticed and realized that there's a lot of fabric for this dress. It took me a while to steam because of it has so much fabric in the skirt. And I knew that my body shaper that I normally wear from Honeylove, I knew that it was not the right cut for this dress. This dress requires like a demi kind of bra, you know, something that goes across and then up. I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. When I put it on, I immediately felt so feminine and so beautiful, and I was just twirling around in it, and I love the slit on the dress. I love the color. Normally this type of purple doesn't look good on me. It makes me look sallow, but I thought that it actually looked really, really good. I think probably because it has a little bit of gray in it. And I thought that it was a really, really pretty dress. And I kept singing that song by Lindsey Buckingham, I Think I'm in Trouble, when I was trying this dress on, because I was all like, oh my God, I can't keep all of this Aritzia stuff. I'm considering keeping this dress because I love it. It's going to be a perfect dress for the spring and summer. The fabric is so lightweight. With the right bra, it's going to look really good. And this is the type of dress where I probably wouldn't wear a body shaper underneath it. I would actually wear a slip short instead, because it doesn't need a lot of, like, you know, control. It doesn't need that kind of shapewear control. The slip short will do just fine. I really love the neckline. I thought it was really beautiful, very flattering. And I love the fact that it was an Ampere waistline. And for us gals who are a round body shape, that's a perfect silhouette for our bodies. Now, I will say that if you are bustier, the waistline probably won't hit at the right spot. So do keep that in mind. If you're smaller chested like I am, then I think you're gonna do fine. And this dress is so, so, so beautiful. The one thing I will say about this dress is you do not want to hang it. I only hung it to steam it, and I could see that it was pulling on the straps, even for just the 10 minutes it took me to steam the dress. Is it worth it? You know, that's up to you. For me, I would keep it just because I really love the construction of it, and I think it's just really pretty. And I don't have a problem spending that kind of money on this kind of dress because I know that Aritzia quality is really good. So for the longest time, I've wanted to try the Aritzia bodysuits because I have heard that they're really, really good. And I was surprised to see that they had them in the 2XL. I was excited to try this one. The one that I have is the Babaton Contour Muscle bodysuit. So it's got kind of a bit of the racer style armholes on it. I'm not wearing a bra with this bodysuit because I've heard that the Aritzia bodysuits, you don't necessarily need to wear a bra with them because they do kind of hold things together. And I would say that they do. You might want to wear a nipple cover on, you know, with this if you want to, but I have a feeling that those might show unless you got like the Bristol's Nip 6, I think is what they're called. I haven't had them in a long time, but I did have some once and I liked them. Those might not show through as much. I would say wear a bra that is like a t-shirt bra, something very smooth, that doesn't have a lot of stitching, that doesn't have a lot of any kind of detail, because that will show through as far as like texture with this particular bodysuit. But I do love this bodysuit because it is double lined, and I can go without a bra if I want to comfortably. And I really love the smooth line that the bodysuit gives you. It is a thong bodysuit, and it clipped fairly easily. It stayed clipped really nicely. It fit my torso pretty well. I didn't have a lot of extra fabric. I didn't have a hard time getting into it, snapping the little snaps. I liked it. I thought it was actually very, very comfortable. I can see myself wearing this under blazers and things like that. Also, you can use it as a layering piece underneath your knitwear if you want to. They have a variety of styles of their bodysuits. They've got short sleeve, cap sleeve, long sleeve. It is a size 2XL. I got mine in deep taupe, and they have 7 colors total available. I got mine for $33.60. Regular price is $48. This particular piece is a final sale. If you like bodysuits, I would say grab yourself one or two of these because they're actually quite good. I like them a lot, and I think that I want to pick one up in black as well. The next piece is the Wilfred Montpelier waist turtleneck, which is the sweater that I am wearing right now. I really, really like this one, guys. I was so happy because this is a bit cropped, but because I'm petite, it actually hits me at a really, really great spot. It really is good for those of you petite plus gals who don't want to tuck your sweater in. This is a really good one because you don't have to tuck it in. It hits at just the right spot, right at the hip bone, and it sits beautifully. You can do a little front tuck, and I did that, and I really like that too. It will go up, you know, when you raise your arms, it is gonna go up, so just be aware of that. But again, being a Canadian brand, Aritzia intends for people to be layering underneath their sweaters, and so if you wear an underlayer, that's not going to be a problem. Otherwise, yes, you will have to be aware of that. But for me personally, I don't mind. I don't mind it one bit. I actually really love this sweater. It is really comfortable. It is made, I think this is a merino wool sweater. It's a merino and cotton blend sweater, and it's very comfortable. I picked up a size 2XL. They have 3 colors total. I of course have the black one. This one came in at $58.99. It's $114 regular price, and this particular sweater is a final sale item. But when I bought it, I knew that I was going to like it because I've had the sweater dress that I had was actually made of this fabric, and I really liked it. It does have kind of like a looser arm, which I love. The turtleneck, again, is not close fitting, so it just kind of sits really nicely and comfortably. I have it folded in. You can manipulate the neckline quite a bit to suit whatever mood or whatever you want to get from the neckline. We are finally getting snow in my area, so it is quite a bit chilly, and this is keeping me nice and warm. The next sweater that I picked up is the Wilfred Luxe Cashmere Cypher sweater. So it's a Cypher sweater essentially, but it's made in cashmere, 100% cashmere. I am always trying out cashmere for you guys because I feel that of all of the natural fibers that are out there, one of the best is cashmere if you can tolerate wool. This cashmere is a really nice thick cashmere. It is a really beautiful sweater silhouette. I like the fact that it's got, you know, a little bit of a raised neck because it will help to keep your neck warm, but it's not so binding to your neck that it's going to be bothersome. It does have a slight amount of itch, I will say that, but nothing major. This sweater is very toasty warm. It did make me sweat when I was wearing it. So if you're in a colder climate, this is a really great sweater. I think you're going to be able to layer underneath it even and get some really good warmth out of it. It is a shorter sweater. It's not cropped, but it isn't a long sweater. So you could easily do a front tuck in this sweater without too much bulk, or you can just wear it out and just kind of blouse it over if you want to. I picked it up in a size 2XL. I grabbed the color peppercorn. I think they might be very low on stock on this. Hopefully I'll be able to link it for you. The regular price on this sweater is $198, so it is an expensive cashmere. It is a thicker cashmere, and I think that it is very beautiful. But would I recommend that you get this cashmere sweater? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you want or need a cashmere that's a little bit on the thicker side and you like the silhouette of the sweater, you know, the neckline, the way the sleeves are, the length of the sweater, then I would say that yes, it is worth the investment because it is a really nice cashmere. Can you find cashmere that is very similar for less? Yes, you can. The less expensive cashmere that I have in mind is quince. The difference is that the quince cashmere is not quite as thick as this one. So it really is all in what you're looking for. If you need a thicker cashmere or want a thicker cashmere, then you would likely want to pick up Aritzia's cashmere or Banana Republic's cashmere for that matter. They're about the same price. I would say that they're about the same in look and feel as well. I like it. I think it's beautiful. If I were making a big investment in cashmere where I needed a thicker cashmere, say because I lived in very frigid temperatures, then yeah, I would pick this one up. I like the quince ones too, don't get me wrong, but I would grab this one too because it is a bit thicker and it is going to insulate better against the cold. And again, remember, Aritzia is a Canadian company, and so that is always at the front of their minds when they're producing their winter sweaters. One of the things that Aritzia is best known for is their blazers. I've seen a lot of people online talking about Aritzia blazers over the years. When I very first started shopping Aritzia, they didn't offer hardly any of their blazers in extended sizing. But now they have a couple, and I brought one of them in. I brought in the Wilfred Generation blazer. I brought it in knowing that I likely wasn't going to hang on to it, and here's why. Their blazers tend to run a bit oversized. They tend to run a bit long. And being 5 feet tall, a long blazer just doesn't sit well on my stature. But I did want to try them so that I could report to you guys on the quality of construction. Because you know, if you watched me for any length of time, first of all, you know I love blazers, and secondly, you know I geek out on the quality of construction of a blazer. And I have to say that the Aritzia blazers are very well constructed. Now, from what I understand, The construction lately has fallen off a bit. And if this has fallen off, then what was it like a year or two ago when the construction was considered good by the people that buy Aritzia on the regular? I think that this blazer is very, very well made. I think it is quite beautiful. I think that if you are in a high level corporate job, this blazer says money. It says capable. It says all of the things that you want to say when you walk into a boardroom. I feel that this particular blazer is going to have a lot of really good structure. It is going to be a blazer that is going to last you for a very, very long time. If you are taller, I would not recommend this blazer unless you don't mind wearing oversized blazers as a short woman. They're not scaled for a shorter body. I felt personally that this blazer was kind of swallowing me up a little bit, overwhelming my stature a bit. But if you're taller and you need a really good blazer, this is a really nice one to grab. I picked this blazer up in a size 2XL. And they do have limited sizes in the colors that are available in extended sizing. It comes in at $238 on for the regular price. As promised, coats. I decided to bring in 3 coats from Aritzia for this haul because, first of all, they had them in extended sizes, which I was very pleasantly surprised to see. And secondly, Aritzia is known for their coats, more so than their blazers, I think. They're known for their coats. Again, a Canadian company that constructs their coats for a Canadian climate. I have to say that the 3 coats that I tried do fit and suit that kind of environment. Hands down, probably one of the nicest winter coats I've tried, all 3 of them. The first coat that I'm showing you was actually my favorite. It's the Babaton Stemman coat. I called it my favorite because for me, being 5 feet tall, it fit me the best. I brought it in this really lovely camel color. I brought it in a size 2XL. The color is called Seville, and they do have 3 colors total available. I think they had a gray and a black in addition to this camel. It is a $348 coat, so it is no small amount of money. And this is a double-faced wool, and it can keep you warm down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, or I think it was like negative 10 degrees Celsius. It's pricey, but it, in my opinion, is absolutely worth it. When it comes to your coats, I know that it can hurt to drop $400 on a coat, but this is $400 that you would spend wisely if you are in the kind of climate that warrants you having a coat this heavy. I was toasty warm. I was wearing the coat over this sweater, and I am really just so impressed by it because it looked really, really good. The lining is really super nice. It is almost as nice as a vintage coat. If you've ever gone shopping, antiquing, vintage clothing shopping, and you look at the coats that were made back in the 50s and 60s, the construction, the materials, the details were all there. They're really well made, very detailed. You know, the satin lining is so nice. It's got inside pockets. You got a label on the inside. All of those things. These coats have that. The Stemman coat for me was probably the best of the 3 that I'm trying on, simply because the length was really good. The sleeves were a little bit big, but I kind of like for my coat sleeves to be big like that because I want to help keep my hands warm. Sometimes I wear gloves, sometimes I don't, and so I like having a little bit of coverage on my hands. It is a single button coat, and it fit really, really well, even with the sweater on. It fit very well in the arms and the chest. The next coat that I have for you is the Babaton Estate coat. I picked it up in the color Desert Sand, which is, for all intents and purposes, a camel. They do have 6 colors available in this coat. I grabbed it in a 2XL. This particular coat is $398. It is made of Italian wool. It will keep you warm down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 10 degrees Celsius. It is very, very long on me. It does have a kick pleat, and that would help, but as I was taking the coat off, I stepped on it. And then I was hanging the coat up and I stepped on it. And so That is just no. I can't imagine wearing a coat this long. It would just be very cumbersome. By the way, one of the details for this particular coat that I liked was the fact that it has hidden buttons. So it's got this little pocket on the inside that has the buttonholes and you just button it up. I can't reach the lowest button on this coat because I'm too short and it sits too low. So that's a telltale sign right there that the coat is just not well made for a shorter person. If you are taller, this coat is amazing. It is very beautiful. I like it a lot. I just felt that it was way, way, way too long. It's got the beautiful satin lining. It's got all of the, the labels sewn in and all of that. By the way, don't keep the label on the sleeve. No matter what you might see on social media, don't keep that label on the sleeve. It's not intended to stay on the coat. Really, really pretty coat if you are looking for something similar to the Stemman coat, but with more buttons and with hidden buttons, and you're taller. If you're short, I don't think that this is going to work well for you. Definitely worth the investment though if you are looking for a coat, because both of these coats come across very, very sharp. They are very classic. They're never going to go out of style. You're going to be able to get really great cost per wear from them. The last coat that I have for you is the Wilfred Cocoon long coat. I picked this one up in gray. I wanted to get something a little bit different. It is a cashmere wool coat, and it definitely feels very, very luxurious. You definitely know that it is a very, very high-end coat. I picked it up in a size 2XL, although sizes were limited last time I checked this coat. I picked it up in the heather light gray. They have 9 colors available in this coat. It is $378 and will keep you warm through -4 degrees Fahrenheit or -20 degrees Celsius. So this coat is meant for the tundra. If you live in Toronto or maybe in the northern United States like Michigan, Illinois, this coat will not fail you. It is going to keep you warm. I was so impressed by it. It is such a beautiful coat. It does have a definite 80s flair. It reminds me of coats that we used to wear in the 80s because it's got the rounded padded shoulder and it's got that really high neckline and it doesn't fold down. It's not intended to fold down. It stays up. So it does keep your ears nice and toasty warm. I will say that. It will keep your neck toasty warm, especially when you button it all the way up. But my worry about this particular coat is I would end up getting makeup on that collar. And that would just annoy the hell out of me because it's an expensive coat. You don't want to get makeup on it. So beware of that. Otherwise, it is a fantastic coat, and surprisingly, it's in the middle of of all of the coats as far as pricing goes. I was expecting this particular coat when I pulled it out of the box and I felt the quality of it. I was like, this is easily a $450 coat. Nope, it's $378. So that's good. And again, you're going to get really great cost per wear if this is your style. Now, for me being 5 feet tall, once again, it was way, way, way too long for me. Even the pockets. When I stuck my hand in the pocket, it just covered, up to here on my hand because the pocket lays so low. So again, that's another indicator, that the coat is intended for somebody that's taller. It is not a short person coat. Otherwise, you're going to love this coat if you're taller. This coat is beautiful. The one thing about all 3 of these coats is that they button on me, being a size 18, 20, thereabouts. But if I sat down, the buttons would be really tight. Generally, I don't button my coat if I'm sitting. I button my coat only when I'm standing. Like if I'm walking outside, like during the holidays, we go to like light shows and things like that, Christmas light shows where you're walking and you're not doing any kind of sitting. So in those cases, yes, I would button up my coat and I would be nice and toasty warm. But when I sit down, I generally tend to unbutton my coat just because I don't like being constricted by a buttoned up coat. Otherwise, I really like Aritzia's, these 3 coats. I really think that the reputation that Aritzia has for coats that I've seen from influencers and such online actually holds true. They really do coats very, very well. Now, the one detail that really, really, really stood out to me on the Wilfred Cocoon coat is the fact that it has a really beautiful buttoned up inside pocket. So if you've got to keep anything easily accessible, then you've got that inside pocket that buttons to help keep it closed and secure. That was such a lovely detail. All of these coats, the lining is really, really well made. The lining is so pretty and looks so luxurious compared to what you see these days. So I have to just say it. I'm very impressed by the coats that they offer. If you're going to buy anything from Aritzia and you are in the need of a good coat, I would say make the investment. Read the descriptions on the coats because they tell you on the website what the warmth factor is. I like the fact that the coats fit very well across the back and on the arms, and I have thicker arms, and so that is always a problem with coats for me, and these coats don't do that. Even with this bulky sweater that I was wearing underneath them, I did not have any issues with the sleeves being too tight, which tells me that you could probably wear a blazer underneath these and they're going to fit okay. So overall, what do I think about Aritzia? Well, I really like Aritzia. I think that Aritzia has got a lot of really great things for in extended sizes. Where they lack, though, I will say, is in their pants. They do not offer any of their trousers in anything larger than a 16 that I could find. And to me, I wish that they really would extend the sizing on their pants because the trousers are really nice, and a lot of people talk about how nice the trousers are, and the blazer construction is what it is, then I know their trouser construction is probably really, really good too. So I do wish that they would offer pants in extended sizes, but they don't. The other pieces that I picked up, the sweaters and such, there are certain things that maybe are not worth the investment and other things that are. It just depends on what you're willing to spend. I think that Aritzia has got some pieces that you could easily bring into a wardrobe that has a mix of high and low. I feel that the sweaters are really well done. I feel that they are made to keep you warm. That is something that for me is important because I do live up in the Pacific Northwest where it gets cold and damp, and sweaters like this actually are really, really good for my environment. If you are in a warmer climate, maybe these things might not be so worth it, but you might want to try something that's of a thinner gauge knit. Yes, I like Aritzia, and yes, I think that it is an opportunity for you as a plus size woman to get yourself some really, really great quality pieces if you are a size 18, 20. They do not extend beyond that. So I feel that high quality for the plus size female segment is very lacking, and Aritzia is helping to bridge that gap. I will close out by saying buyer beware, because I did not realize this as I was shopping Aritzia, that their return policy if you buy something on sale, you get store credit back, not your money back. So that is something that I'm going to have to deal with. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get my money back. So you just need to be aware that if you're buying something from Aritzia that's on sale, you may not get your money back. I will let you know what the outcome is at some point in the future, probably during my haul roundup at the end of the month. I'll let you know what came of my conversations with Aritzia, because it's my sentiment that they don't carry these sizes in store. So how am I supposed to know if they're going to work out for me without ordering them online? And if they happen to be on sale, then I can't get my money back. So I'm going to have a chat with the people at Aritzia when I go in to return these at the store, and I, see if they'll give me my money back. I may end up getting stuck with the store credit. Who knows? It's a fortunate thing that I like Aritzia, that, there's stuff there that I did find that I could buy. But honestly, I don't want to have to do that. I would rather have my money back. Just wanted to give you that heads up on purchasing from Aritzia. I'm going to leave you with my best brands for plus size women for 2024 video so that you can check out all the other recommendations that I made. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you in that video. Bye.